I would have. I just had some coffee before
I didn't get a chance to it. Like, we got back fairly early because Austin Fry went with me and he had to be somewhere this morning.
That sounds fun. You guys stayed all night there?
No.
Oh, you mean you got back early last night? I've just been chilling with my daughter this morning. We do whatever we want on Saturday mornings.
No, I would be at that waffle place in Cincinnati if I was still there. Eating all the waffles. It's called Taste of Belgium. It was on like diners, drive-ins, and dives. It was supposed to be really good.
Yeah, Belgium's got the good waffles.
Alright, we are live right now, just so you guys are aware. I am setting this up so you can see the comments on the screen. Thank you so far for tuning in. Thank you very much. We will be starting shortly. I need to not lose my mind doing this. Don't worry. Everybody relax. Everything is fine. Just go to thank you very much, please. I am okay. A lot of you may be worried about me. There's no need to worry. I don't have a car. And that is okay. That's fine. A lot of people don't have cars in today's day and age. We live in a society where you don't need to have a car.
Public transportation, man.
Ubering.
Oh, that's a good... Okay. Well, this is not zooming in.
Zoom in on your bite.
Got it?
This is what it is.
Welcome to Rank You Very Much. This is the podcast where we rank everything and anything, the best and the worst. We already have a comment about today's topic, which is best emoji. Am I pronouncing that right? Emoji? It's not emoji. Okay, perfect. We're doing best emoji. We already have somebody complaining that upside down smiley face is not on there. And
SVG.
yeah, and SVG is hang in there because Steven Giles is right. If you hang in there, Joseph Denny, you have a chance to recommend upside down smiley face in the middle mark of the show because we have an open spot right here on the list of best emojis. Which, as always, we have two special guest experts. We're covering a lot. I keep stepping on your purse. I think it's your foot, and I feel weird because I'm not wearing any shoes. I'm your host, Joe Bates. You rank the best in anything, of everything, and the worst of anything and everything. We're doing the best one, best emoji today. I just got out of the shower, so my hair looks as good as it's got to do all day. We have two special guest experts to the left of me, folks. She's able to see the sexual connotation in any emoji. Miss Carrie C. Carrie, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That sounded like someone dropped a slice of ham. Just.
Hand's Carr.
Well, I don't want. I'm not saying the ham. I'm just saying. I'm trying to think what meat, like a deli meat. Someone just sliced a very thin slice of deli meat, and it fell off and hit the ground, and then popped up. But that's what Carrie sees. Applause is. Anyways, you know the best sexual connotation. You can interpret the sexual connotation of an emoji. Mm-hmm. Any emoji. Are you telling me every emoji has a sexual connotation?
Every emoji does because I've gotten every emoji on a booty call text.
So someone just like playing all the keys on a piano.
What's the secret message? And I figured it out.
That's good. And then, do you in turn return the booty? Is that what a call booty? A booty return is? A return booty?
Probably a third of the time.
A third of the time. So, doing better than me. Carrie, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
To the right of me, we have our other special guest expert, who has seen the legendary, the Turner Classic film, the Criterion Collection film, the Emoji Movie, at least 7 times, right?
I have a 7-year-old, and it's one of her favorite movies, so I know the world of emojis. It's a complicated society.
Yeah, I imagine. I can't. When one emoji, and I don't.
Emoji. Yeah.
Emoji?
Yeah, I think it's actually emojis. It's plural, the singular. when one emojis.
Or emojin. Like
Emojin?
Heap.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, here's the deal.
Oh, and I'm Erin Carr.
Oh, and this is Aaron Carr. I'm sorry.
Old Ham Hands Carr. Hi.
Well, let's not get into the semantics. I'm anti-Semantic. And I think we need to determine, is the Emoji Movie the most amazing film ever made, or just under Homeward Bound 2?
I will say it is just under Homeward Bound 2, but also the most amazing movie ever made about emojis.
Oh, yeah. That is true. That is true. And it has Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
He's a poop. Or is he shit? What is that emoji called? Is it poop or... I think it's poop.
I think it's poop emoji.
I think it's poop. For the kids.
Yeah.
You know?
I know a lot of people who thought it was ice cream for a while.
Actually, I'm such a guy that does that. The ice cream emoji is the same thing as the poop emoji with a cone on it. It's the exact same.
Wow.
Nice.
Yep. So think of that next time you eat ice cream.
I got fooled with ice cream and poop before, and that was 2 girls, 1 cup, and that was a bad experience for me and all of the children at the orphanage watching it with me.
I can see.
Nobody liked it. I wasn't happy. The kids weren't happy. I just feel like I let everybody down. I didn't need to put it on the big screen.
Better than the Emoji Movie, though, right?
No. The Emoji Movie is just under Homeward Bound 2 as second best movie ever made.
Oh, gotcha.
I liked Homeward Bound 3, Dogs in Time. Anyways, dogs rule, cats drool.
No.
Cats rule, dogs drool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm a dog. And I'm Dog the Bounty Hunter. Folks... We're talking emojis. Yeah. I'll buy that for a nickel. Anyways, behind me is a list of emojis we'll be talking about today's episode. As always, the list today will be crying, laughing face. Carrie, I've seen her use that one a lot. Smile face, which is just smile, I guess. Poop, eggplant, peach, gun, praise hands, shrugging. I guess this is like a Roman thing or a Greek thing, but it looks like 69. I guess it's Sappho's or
isn't it like
Pisces?
I
thought it was like an astrological sign.
It's an astrological sign, but it's also an astrological sign. You know what I mean? All about them booty calls. There's the eye roll. Aaron Carr loves that one. There's the finger fuck, which is the... But if you flip this upside down, that's white power. So we won't do that. We won't do that here. And fire, which, I got a mixtape coming out. Heart-eyed cat, which is the cat with heart eyes. And a spooky face, which is the very similar to the
Home Alone face.
The Van Gogh classic Scream.
It was a Van Gogh classic painting of Home Alone.
Yeah, the Van Gogh classic of Macaulay Picasso. We got a great show tonight. I think it's going to be fun. We're already starting off with a kind of a good rhythm, It's all about timing, and let's move on. The veto round is the first thing we always do, the veto round, where we each go one at a time to take one off the list that we don't think is the best emoji, and as always, we start with the oldest person here, Carrie C.
What?
Carrie, you're up first. You get to take off what you
oldest
think is
soul.
Okay. I'm going to take off smile face, because who smiles like that?
Completely agree. Smile face.
Who smiles like that?
There's that, and then the one, the first one, the generic one, it was with the no lips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's basically the K of the emoji.
Right.
If you're getting that back as a response.
Yeah.
What's the... Oh, yeah, it is the K.
Yeah.
I was... K is like Mick Jagger lips. It's like an L with Mick Jagger lips. Anyways, it's an L that knows karate, and it doesn't matter about the L. But K, smiley face, it's off the list. I completely agree.
I do too.
We don't need. I get the idea of it's the first. It's where it all started from. But we moved on.
Fuck history.
Fuck history.
It's progressed so much.
We're progressive.
Yeah.
So let's take off the smiley face and let me pull my pants up.
This is gonna happen every day.
Yeah. And we got some comments. Nolan Miller, next podcast is going to be favorite scene from Homeward Bound 2. Tough to do because it's all of them. It's the entire movie. Actually, I thought Homeward Bound 2 was done in a one shot. And Danny Huck said, "I smile like that." Emoji. So Joseph Denny thinks it's a soft J, a Navajo J. Erin Carr, you're up next.
Yeah.
What are you taking off?
Well, I'm gonna take off the gun because I'm for gun control.
Whoa, no! It is my right to bear arm emojis. It's unbelievable. The gun is great because you can put it next to a smiley face. All right,
My face is gone. They can live together. And
they can live together. Oh my gosh, the gun. The gun is the most controversial emoji on the list because the gun
got replaced.
Got replaced by a squirt gun, which is, that's Obama. You know, taking my guns away.
It did happen during his administration.
See, my guns are gone in the digital world, and now I got to protect myself in the real world when the government's got all the digital guns.
Look, the gun
Am I wrong?
emoji is too loaded. Okay, we need to take it off.
Okay, all right.
Pull the trigger and take it off.
Jesus, where's my country gone? But gun emoji gone. Jesus Christ, I thought that would have won for sure. Gun.
Last time I was on too, I took away your top choice right away.
Oh, it was
Survivor.
Oh no, that wasn't my top choice.
No, Amazing Race.
Amazing Race was up there. I thought Amazing Race was pretty great. But I haven't watched Amazing Race in a few seasons.
Big wild card on the show.
I'm a wild card.
No, I'm the wild card.
I'm a wild card.
Okay, we're all
wild. I want to be the wild card.
Everything's wild.
Card's wild. I learn something every day by Nolan Miller. Okay, well that's good to know. I'm glad the people watching are learning, which is, I can't believe this is the one you're learning on, but I'm glad to know. I'm going to take one off next, and here's the deal. I'm taking out the 69, and the reason I'm taking out the 69, it's blatant. It's not even, like, fun or subtle like some of these other sexual content.
Yeah.
I want to eat your hole, and I want you to eat my hole. That's all it is. It's just swap holes. It's hole swap.
Is that what you text? Like, let's do the whole swap.
That's what I.
Swap.
See, I do a little dance. You didn't know the whole swap dance? Carrie Z knows the whole swap dance.
30% of the time it works for her.
Yeah. Well, actually, 69% of the time. I thought, who am I, a kid? And anyways, 31% because it doesn't matter. We're all learning something today, like Nolan Miller. But I am feeling as, fucking is never subtle though by Nolan Miller, which is not a great thing to read. Anyways, I'm taking out the 69. There's no subtlety to it. You're just blatantly. If it's an emoji, I wouldn't be able to put under my mom's post. It's an emoji. I'm not putting there anyway. Okay. So 69.
You want to put a subtler 69 under your mom's post?
Yeah. Really make fun of her. I'm not. No. Well. Okay. Anyways. We all learned something. That's the first round of veto, and I think that was as close to a success as we're gonna have.
Because the rest is just downhill.
So we're gonna start this second round of veto, and as always, the second round of veto. Let me hear ya. Yes, you're right. It is the youngest person that goes first, Carrie C.
I know I use this one a lot, but it is so overused, and
oh my gosh,
it needs to be off the list. Crying laughing
face is your calling card.
I know.
If you were a murderer, you drop a crying laughing face thing.
I thought that was gonna win.
Yeah, I thought crying laughing face really gets the job done because it can be used in sarcasm, it can be used in happiness, it can be used in all these different forms.
But fuck it, let's get.
But fucking crying laughing face, you're just saying because you see it too much.
But
it's so versatile. That's why you see it
I use it too much. It is versatile. I see it. I use it too much. I see it too much.
Wasn't it word of the year like the year before last? It was like, yeah, no, I'm serious. Nolan, look it up.
It wasn't Merriam-Webster making it. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Well, then, yeah, I want it off if that's the case, because it's killing society. All right, crying laughing face. Off the list. I'm shocked that it's going this early.
R.I.P. crying laughing face.
I think I need to get new eyeballs. I'm having trouble reading.
I can't read it either at all.
Okay, I need to get glasses.
That makes me feel better, because I can't read it at all.
I have to stand up. Usually I can zoom in, but my Zoom was not working at all. I think he is just making emojis.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm glad you're having fun. And I am. I'm glad everyone's having fun. I'm glad we're all learning from each other. Erin Carr, you're up next. Best emoji. What one is not?
Praise hands.
Praise hands!
They're not even praise. These are praise hands.
Well, what is this?
Prayer hands.
Okay, prayer hands, because I'm for separation of church and state. So I'm going...
Church and emoji.
The state of emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah, my emotional
state.
states. Yeah, that, Jinx, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, I gotta kill Bin Laden. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I'm going real political for this whole episode.
Okay. Praise hands, a separation of church and state. Actually, prayer hands. I didn't know there were... So this is praise.
Praise.
Prayer. Open your church, and there's all the emojis.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't... I mean, I think it's another good one that's versatile that you can use for a lot of different things.
I never use it, though.
Okay.
I use it.
I don't...
Because of God.
Can I just say this? I rarely use emojis. The only...
What was that?
Well...
I think it was outside.
Today's the day we die. I don't even have the one. I use one emoji all the time, and that's sad face, because it's so good. It works so well. It gets the point across, and it's not on the list. But I don't use a lot of emojis.
That you're disappointed with people for what they're doing.
Oh yeah. The other emoji I like is the one where it's the Yeti and the Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot's like giving the Yeti a noogie.
That's a sticker, though.
Oh, that's a sticker. That's not an emoji.
It should be an emoji.
The assassin? Are you listening for the assassin?
Yeah, I'm listening for the assassin. I thought I heard all that noise. If it's not, I mean, at the end of the day, we're doing what we love. I like to add an element of fear to rank you very much. That really helps out. Oh, hey, how you doing? I'm just kidding. We're okay. So I'm up next. You've taken off praise hands. Geez, this is tough. Here's the deal. There's two on there that are basically telling the same thing, and I don't know. I don't really like either of them, but I'm gonna take one off first, because you know what, it's indecent, and you shouldn't have it out there, and it's pretty clear what it is, what we're talking about. So I'm taking off peach. I'm taking off peach. All right, that's basically a butt. You know what? I don't need peach butts or peach vaginas.
Which one is it? Butt or vagina?
I thought it was butt, but someone did say it was vagina the other day.
That's what gets into it. It gets very confusing. And you want to be sure which one they're talking
it's confusing.
about.
A whole nother thing. I'm glad you added that.
Yeah.
It's not clear what I want when I send a peach to somebody. They're coming in back ways. They're coming in front ways. They don't know. Coming in sideways because they're taking a 50-50 shot. They know you're going to be disappointed. Yep. I'm taking peach off the list, everybody. And plus, I mean, come on. Can't we just have fun with emojis? You don't have to make it this indecent sex stuff all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's fine. I'm just an old man, and it's emoticons. The word emoji is dumb. Well,
this is where the blurred line is. Emoticons are what you make with keys on a keyboard.
Oh.
You know, like with wingdings.
Oh, wow.
So emojis are the actual, animated thing. So emoticons are what you make with the keys on the keyboard. Sometimes it turns into those emojis, sometimes it doesn't, but that is just...
So the actual typing is the actual keys being used to make the face is an emoticon.
Like colon and then I have
a question.
Yeah.
all the emojis that are given, and you knew like you can look at all these emojis to put up, do they all have corresponding key designations?
I think the face ones do. I'm not so sure about
like dogs and like cats
dogs and fire and all that. I know
Okay.
if you type fire into an iPhone, it brings up the fire emoji.
All those do. If you type them in, like it'll bring up an emoji as one of the options.
Interesting. That's really interesting. The Emoji Movie 2, Rise of the Emoticons. You look the praying hands away and immediately started hearing sounds. I think God is sending you a message.
Is that Steve and Giles?
That was Danny Hucks. and then Steven Giles, you misread that. Well, whatever. Steven, I don't really get to see me looking at this thing. I can barely see what I'm reading. But I learned something from Carrie because of it. So my misreading actually gained knowledge from it. So it always turns out good for me. I don't have a car.
I need to see his picture. That's how I know it's Stephen Vincent Giles.
Yeah. Well, it's always frowning.
Yeah,
Started in staring. I'm a loser. Sorry. Okay, Danny Hucks. Anyways, let's move on to the third veto round. The last veto round, as always, we start with the most middle-aged person here, Carrie C.
Alright. Based completely on sexual connotation.
Okay.
And it just doesn't need to be in the bedroom. I'm going to have to get rid of that poop emoji.
Whoa!
Gonna have to get rid of that poop emoji.
German Scheiser movie getting out of there. I guess it's a film, not a movie. It's more artistic. So you're taking off poop. Mm-hmm. Why? I mean, poop was like, I think poop is what blew up emojis in the first place. When poop showed up, everyone was like, oh my god, poop, 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 poop.
I agree. I do. But as an expert in the sexual connotation of emojis, and you bringing up Two Girls, One Cup earlier, and the fact that a Cleveland steamer is the worst sex move you can ever do.
I had, well, it's not the worst. I would say, I don't think I want to put this out there. Anyway.
That's another ranking.
To all watching.
That's the one to do my parents. 69. Hole swap.
Hole swap. The old hole swap.
Oh, the old hole swap. I hate that TV show.
Old hole swap class.
That's how we swap their holes and see what happens. On E. I'm on E. Anyways, poop is gone.
I really think Joe didn't want to stand up because he didn't want to have to pull his pants up.
Nope.
Then he realized he had to.
Yep, it was a catch 20 poo.
Okay.
Alright.
Up top. As we continue to learn about each other, Erin Carr, you're up to veto something next.
Okay, so this is I'm sorry, I should take off prayer hands because I took my okay. I'm gonna take off finger fuck and I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because finger fuck is not one emoji. It's two emojis.
That's
Oh!
That is true.
That need each other. It's a message. We're not talking about messages here. We're talking about single emoji.
Sounds like semantics.
Well, or does it sound like semiotics? Because I was a rhetoric.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, well there you go.
You can easily do it. Someone presented an emoji when you first brought up this topic. You could easily replace that with the screw and the bolt.
I couldn't find the screw in the bolt
Was
on my
that?
phone.
But those are two different emojis, right?
No.
It's all in one.
No, it's
See, Joe
Logan
doesn't have an
Huxtable.
iPhone, so he's
Yeah.
really at a disadvantage here.
I don't want to say disadvantage as much as I don't deal with your iPhone nonsense.
Like cool emoji.
Droids, all you have is emojis and this weird thing where you can draw something and it makes it something. Outside that, droids are by far the better phone. Like as a phone itself. And everything else.
When you have a ranky very much on phones, you can talk about phones.
We are generating so many show ideas.
The phone one is good. Droid or iPhone? First veto? Oh, we won. Anyways, I'll make that a solo episode. That way I'll always win. You can pay the Patreon account to see me talk about Sprint. And that's it.
Sounds like a horror. Like, I would pay to not watch you talk about Sprint.
Well, Sprint had a crazy thing the other day. It's auto billing. I never even look at the bill. Anyways, Fingerfuck is off the list. I'm up next. It's the last one. Wow. And I'm sticking with a plan. I'm taking off eggplant. All right. I didn't like peach. I don't like eggplant. I don't need that dick. I don't need that dick in my fucking comments. Yeah. Well, no, I don't. But I mean, eggplant. I feel like it's like kind of a hack dick now.
Are you intimidated by the eggplant?
No. It's too squishy. I think.
What kind of eggplant are you eating?
It's not good. It's a rotten eggplant. I just take a bite out of the side of it, and then bugs crawl on my face. It's gross. There's worms in it. Not good worms, like worms with teeth.
You need to be a better gardener. That's what that is.
I was gonna make a Mike Gardner joke, but no one would know what I'm doing.
No, please don't.
He's a great guy. He's a bad guy, real bad guy. I'm up next, and I took off eggplant. Again, I just don't. I think there's other ways you can do dicks now through emojis. Whereas if you do it, it's like Walmart mom uses eggplant. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like the people staying at Circus in Las Vegas are using
get on the
eggplant.
Get on the Strip, am I right?
It's on. Well, actually, Circus doesn't exist anymore. I should have used something. I don't actually. It might still exist. I'm not 100%. It's at the end.
Circus does.
Circus is still around.
It's on there in March.
It's the first hotel I ever stayed at in Vegas. I've been to Vegas like 10 times. I love gambling.
Best Vegas hotels would be another good ranking.
There you go.
Yeah, that is. We should. At the end we'll do another ranking very much of best idea that you guys came up with. There we go. But we won't. I want to tell you guys thank you so much for the veto so far. We got to a final 5. Now, if you're watching, please, if you're watching at home on Facebook or I can't really read comments on YouTube right now, but on Facebook, if you're reading, please let us know what you think is an emoji we may have missed. So let us know what emoji we may have missed. The croissant?
The croissant
emoji for Dick.
He uses the croissant emoji.
He's got a pig
Nolan.
dick.
So it's like real thick in the middle.
He's got a pig dick.
Is that how pigs have
or
dicks?
Duck dick. I think it's a duck dick.
Duck dick's a corkscrew.
Well, that's like a croissant.
Oh, in a way.
Yeah. So he's got a chubby duck dick. Anyways, if you guys want to show your emojis on the comments, so we can decide an emoji we may need to add right here. Yeah. We've already cleared out this side of the list. We just said none of that's good. I don't think that's ever happened before. But we learn each other. But yeah, share your emojis that we may have missed, and we'll put it on there while we're waiting for you to do that. Erin, what is your criteria in determining best emoji?
Okay, for me, I think it would be ones I find use for. In my, and also that have some kind of multiple uses. You can use them in more than one situation. They can convey different things, but also people know what you're trying to convey when you use them.
Okay, so it's versatile, but also clear.
Clear, clearly.
That's versatile. Tough.
Well, I'm a tough judge.
Crying laughter face was the only one I see fitting that criteria, and that's gone.
Not me. I see him.
I see them all.
I see it clearly.
My eyes are full of emojis. Carrie, what's your criteria in determining the best emoji?
How good it's used within a sexual connotation.
Yeah?
I mean, if you can use it in a sexual connotation, which I see a few.
Yeah?
On the top. All those booty call texts.
Yeah.
Start thinking about how these are sexy.
Oh, yeah.
You got it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've had 2 offers so far. One is Rooster.
That's a good
one. I think that's a good replacement to eggplant.
Yeah. Is that Charlie?
And the other one is shrimp.
Yeah,
Charlie.
If you're telling me it is not worth it, send me a shrimp.
Well, Nolan has now offered shrimp and croissant for his dick, I think. So that's.
He's got a small little chubby duck dick.
I think he's trying to say that his dick is a buffet.
Oh.
Like a thing is buffet.
Yeah, or it's sashimi.
It's always a variety.
Let's see, what was that? Small little chubby duck dick. I don't think that's a tongue twister. Small little chubby duck dick, small little chubby duck dick, small little chubby duck dick, small little double J.
Oh.
Yeah, the fifth one. That's what they get you. That's what they make you do it 5 times.
Yeah, do it 5 times.
I don't know what. Hey, welcome to the 50s. Small little chubby duck dick. That's why you gotta say 5 times. Aha! Here's the deal, boy. What's behind door number 1? What's behind my mustache? My mouth. In both door number 1 and the mustache. I am a child of the 90s, and I think it's important that you know that. Our final 5, and it sounds like we're adding rooster.
Or Nolan's shrimp dick. I think.
Well, Nolan just says he likes the shrimp. No, I just like the shrimp. So we're doing rooster then. Rooster. Well, this is working well.
Do we eliminate one of these now?
We are gonna. Here, I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you. We're gonna go one at a time. Each 6 determine whether it should be in the top 3 or not. Starting off with, of course, shrugging. Is shrugging in the top 3? Sounds like we don't know. What are your thoughts, Carrie, on the shrugging emoji?
I'm gonna say
the gift of the emoji.
Gift of the emoji. I'm gonna say it.
She got rid of her eyes.
Now you're half shrugging.
There's like.
You're serving? Are you a waitress?
Yeah,
I used to be a waitress.
Now she just looks at emojis for sexual content. You are.
I use this a lot when someone's like, "Well, why did you leave?" You know.
Yeah.
Text me.
Do you leave a lot?
I leave a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a stayer. I'm not a stayer.
All right, Carrie. She leaves a lot. Shrugging. Do you think it's the top 3 emoji?
I think so. I think it has the capability to be in the top because you could use it a lot of ways.
You know how email?
I know email.
Not all the email.
The
electronic.
I've heard of it.
Does that mean if I just make a smiley face in my regular face, that's just emoji?
You make
a smiley face.
Is an electronic emoji? Okay. Erin, do you think it's the top 3 shrugging?
No, I picked my top 3 and it's not one of them.
Well, sounds like she is not gonna be fun to debate.
I would say it's my top 4.
So, Carrie, you're saying top 3 or not top 3? We can put on the bubble and keep going through the list.
Can we bubble it?
I believe that we need to bubble it.
We are shrugging towards shrugging. Next up, eye roll. Is eye roll a top 3 emoji?
Yes.
I use it constantly.
Okay, eye roll is moving on to top 3. Fire. Is fire a top 3 emoji?
That's a very tough one for me.
Really?
Because if someone sends me a fire emoji, I get really concerned. Also, I believe that it is overused as well.
Yeah.
Because, this is fire, fire, fire. It's usually used in 3s. Based on it being overused and my genuine concern when somebody does send that emoji to me, I'm going to say it's not top 3 for me.
See, I'm never concerned because I don't think that that's how they're alerting me that there's a fire. I think there's better ways to tell someone something's on fire. I use it. Here's what I like about it.
Okay.
You can use it for hot take, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has a hot take on something. You can use it that way. Or if someone's just slaying, right? If someone is just on it, you can use it as girl, fire, 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 you know? So I like that.
Girl.
Well, I was talking to a girl in my situation. Yeah, so I like it because it has a couple of very clear, very specific uses. I use it a lot. And I would say yes to top 3.
So, here's what I think on emojis. I love emojis as comments. Mm-hmm. As responses to somebody else is saying. I do not like emojis that are used in the status itself. And fire, more so than any other emoji, is used in the regular status. Which makes me not like it. It seems like a show flyer of emojis. I don't like fire.
Okay.
And that's one. I'll keep it on the bubble, but I'm not into the fire one so much.
Hey, I am one voice on this panel.
Yeah, I know, and I'm just one voice too.
Yeah.
Well, I see another voice.
Three voices. There's 3 voices. And then there's that voice you're doing. So that's a 4th voice.
Oh, the producer. Hard-eyed cat. Terrible. Cat with hard eyes. I don't pronounce the T very well. Heart eyes. Cat with heart eyes. Do you think that is a top 3 emoji? I believe you do.
I have some things to say about this.
Okay.
So I told my daughter I was coming on this podcast, and she first of all said, "Why are you the only one who gets to be famous?" And I said, "You haven't seen this podcast, so I'm not famous for being on it."
Hurtful?
I know, I'm teasing. And I said, "Well, but guess what? We're talking about the best emojis," and she just goes, "Cat with hard eyes." So that was her vote. So I'm going to pass that along. Also, I really like cats. So if you're loving something, it's a positive emoji. Plus, there's a cat involved. Double win.
Yeah. Okay. Carrie, what are your feelings? Charlie said we forgot about 100.
100 is good.
The what?
100
emoji.
Oh,
yeah.
Same with fire to me.
Okay.
Here's some more.
I would have to say no. I would have to say no. Because I feel like too many kids use it and too many teenagers use it. It's just not an adult-oriented emoji.
Carrie's a teacher.
I'm not a teacher.
She hates kids.
Sorry, it's popular.
She's been tired of these kids texting her.
I like adult-oriented emojis. Actually,
okay. Well, you are using a sexual connotation, so I'm very happy that you're using adult-oriented emojis. Both those things work very well together.
Yeah.
Outside, otherwise, not so much. But you're saying no, not top 3. I'm gonna have to agree with you on the not being a top 3. So I'm gonna take this one off the list right now.
Just so you know, you've really hurt my daughter's feelings.
Well,
is your daughter watching the podcast?
Not after all the things you've said. The whole swapping. I literally said maybe I'll show it to you later.
Well, we did have finger fuck on the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't know that before I came here.
No one did.
No one did.
But I'm sorry if you're watching, Erin's daughter.
Stop watching.
Stop. Go home.
Go to bed.
Why are you awake at midnight? Thank you very much. After hours. But we all learned that kids should never pay attention to anything I do. That sounds bad.
But not untrue.
Not untrue, but the phrasing needs to change all that over. But we're all learning. Which it's the theme of the show.
I think so too.
Nolan Miller learned stuff, and now we're all learning.
Charlie's still upset about why there's no fire or 100.
Fire is on there.
But we.
I told you why I not like fire.
Clearly.
What, did I sound like Frankenstein? I tell you why I not like fire.
Fire
bad. Fire bad. I'm having a fun day. My car is totaled. Is there a car crash emoji? So we've taken up that. We're moving on. Spooky face. Is spooky face a top 3 emoji?
I believe it is because you can use it when you're shocked.
But it's like all the blood drained from the face.
You're just not really.
It's like the white and bluish on the bottom of the face in it, right?
Yeah.
Erin, what are your feelings on spooky face emoji?
Well, you know how if you look at like an emoji, say you did it on like your phone and then you look at it on the computer and stuff.
Yeah.
Spooky face looks real weird when you do that. It does not convey the same thing really. So I have trouble with that. I never use spooky face emoji. I'm going to say no. I don't think it should be on the top 3.
I don't like spooky face emoji either.
What?
And the reason being, it's spooky.
I
don't like to be scared. I don't like scary stuff. That's why pumpkin emoji's not up there. The jack-o'-lantern is too scary. No ghost. You know, like Rachel will send me like, "Hey, you're my boo with a ghost." I'm like, "Ah!" And I have to delete the text because it's too scary. Fire bad. So I'm gonna take out spooky face, and we're up next. The newly added. Thanks to Charlie Mustakalem, who's upset that we took his other choice and not the second choice.
That he just put in recently.
After we chose the choice.
Yeah.
We would have chose 100 probably, and I would have eliminated it. But Rooster. Also, there's higher numbers than 100. All right?
100%.
It's not 100% though. It's just the 100. Add the percents.
There's a saying, you're being 100, and I think that's where it comes from.
You know, we never use 100% of our brain, and there's a reason. Think about that. Rooster.
But not with 100% of my brain.
You can't.
I can't.
Nobody can. Name 3 people. Just name 3 people. You can't. Rooster emoji. What are your feelings on the old cockadoodle-doo?
Do you ever use it in your texting?
Sexting.
I use the eggplants mostly because it's on my most.
Use the phrase hands?
No, the eggplant.
Oh.
Please give me sex, please.
Please. That's usually what
I'll catch it. I'll catch your dick.
Put me in, coach. No, I usually
you can watch emojis. No one will be using eggplants or pizza.
I actually
have you used honestly, because I've never sexted. Like I've never really. I'm just so far out of this world of sexting. Do you send an eggplant and going, I really want the dick, and then they come and then you get the dick from an eggplant text?
Usually it goes. This is just me.
Yeah.
You can only speak for yourself.
You wanna hang out tonight, and then if I send you an eggplant, that means I want that dick. So.
What a weird way to use cartoony things for an act that has no cartoony thing into it.
I like it too that it's like, let's do something really adult and intimate, but we can't talk about it. So let's use fruits and vegetables.
I usually use it for convenience because I'm not going to type out, what the.
Well, that's the fun part.
I guess let's fuck is as weird as an eggplant in the first place. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Hey, I like to fuck.
But if you say, how about some fucking? Then that's cute and funny.
How about some fucking?
It's just your phrasing.
I would like to insert my dick into your vagina if you would please it.
Whole swap. Let's do a whole
swap. We're doing whole swap! You always say that angrily. Okay, we got some text here. My favorite adult oriented emoji is crying face. Okay. I never know which emoji to use. And Nolan Miller repeated, I want the shrimp.
I want the shrimp.
Okay, so Rooster though, none of you are using Rooster.
Yeah.
I'm not.
But do you like it? Do you like the emoji, the Rooster? It was larger than a regular emoji when he shared it too.
I think that Charlie did that to signal something about himself.
I can't see any of that. Okay.
He has a big pet rooster. I'm sorry.
Fuck! I bruised like a grape. Rooster, off the list then. So we're down to our final 3 that worked out really well. Shrugging, eye roll, and fire. And out of those 3, I think I want to stress, what do you think should not be in the top 2? Shrugging, eye roll, and fire. Erin is saying shrugging by using the actual shrugging. Carrie, is there one that you...
Based on overusage, fire.
I'm with Carrie on fire. We're taking fire off the list. And fire was still
bad.
on. Fire bad. Fire was still on the list, Charlie. Isn't Mustafa? When you say why is fire is on there. Fire's on the list, and now it's off. You know, it's your fault. Fire gone. Fire bad. Shrugging eye roll, which I can't imagine a better top 2 of just laziness to represent what emoji is, which is the least amount of effort possible. Shrugging eye roll, where it's not even sex at this point. It's like...
Well, if a guy makes your eye roll in the back of your head, that's good.
Here's
you
how...
might be possessed.
I use both this all the time. I'll be like, hey, Gwen, did you see that post? And then it'll be like, eye roll. Yeah. Whatever. Shrug. And then that's how it goes, you know?
So shrugging to me is newer than eye roll from what I've seen people use it. Mm-hmm. I saw shrugging last week on a couple posts where I would... It depends, though. Because sometimes shrugging's used by, like, people I know that aren't really shrugging. Like, I guess I would say this. Well, actually, you guys say your ideas on what you think. So, shrugging and eye roll. This is the final 2. We're going to do our vote. Shrugging and eye roll. I'm going to let Erin Carr go first because I'm pretty sure I know her answer. Erin, what are you voting between shrugging and eye roll?
Well, I'm going eye roll.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Why?
Okay, first of all, I don't want to even get into which shrugging emoji you use because there are many, right?
There's a male and a female. I just use the non-gendered, non-binary.
And then there's racial ones.
Well, non-racial. Just the shrug. I think if you use the shrugging emoji, you should shrug with what best represents you. And not go outside that because I don't want to offend anybody.
See? I don't want to get into any of this with the shrugging emoji. That's why I'm going with the eye roll.
Well, there are racial eye roll ones that you have to draw yourself.
And here they are!
Oh my god.
It's another thank you very much.
Oh my god, that'd be so horrible. Anywho, Carrie, before you vote, I'm gonna vote. Now, I would say eye roll is when eye roll is used, I trust that a person is eye rolling. When shrugging is used, I don't necessarily trust that a person is shrugging. Sometimes you're shrugging, not all the time. I don't want to say that, but I would say a higher percent of shrugs are a defense mechanism than a higher percent of eye rolls.
Hugs, not shrugs.
Does that make? Does that? Yeah. Would you
I like
agree
the
with
idea that you think sometimes people are sitting at their computer going like this when they use shrugging.
Well, what I mean is not necessarily that they actually shrug, but shrug is used as like, oh, I don't really care what you're saying, but they do really care. Yeah. Where eye roll, they don't really care, but shrug. But I'll say this, and I think when used correctly, a shrugging emoji, because it's newer, is more effective than an eye roll emoji. So I am sticking with shrugging.
Oh, I think you just went a switch. I think you just 180'd yourself during that.
I did, because I do like you get the eye roll kind of face and like the. I like all of it. It's kind of nice.
Okay.
It's kind of a nice thing. It's nice to be alive. I almost died Wednesday. Yeah. My fault. But it's fine. My car's never going to make it. Okay. Carrie, see. Would you be sad if I died? No. Carrie, see. Your vote. Final vote. Eye roll. Shrugging. What is the best emoji? There's no pressure. Although this does decide the winner. And everybody watching is on fainted breath.
Just based on I love to use it when somebody makes just a god-awful joke.
Okay.
That is just horrible.
I still don't know which one this is.
And you know it's horrible. Or it's good and you're like, fuck, why didn't I think of that? I'm going to have to go with that. Eye roll.
Eye roll, which is a great appetizer at your local Chinese restaurant. Eye roll is the winner as best emoji, folks. Okay. A lot of emotion for best emoji. Emoji, folks, is eye roll. Eye roll is the winner. Eye roll. Ira Glass. Eye roll.
Just free associating.
Well, you know, penny for your thoughts.
Here's my
eye roll is the best emoji, which makes sense because society is dying. And
I wanted cat with hard eyes.
Well, those are the ones eating us when we die, when society is over. Those cats. That's the hard eyes is our dead corpse bodies they get to gnaw.
This has gone somewhere weird.
Well, this is what it's all about.
This isn't You Made It Weird. It's Rank You Very Much.
You're right. This is Rank You Very Much. Sponsored by nothing. Sponsored by
the void.
Yeah, sponsored by the endless void that we will fall into. We had a great episode, and you guys took it to a dark turn. But we had a great episode. I want to thank my two special guest experts who are fantastic this episode. Carrie C., who's a very funny stand-up comic. She is you got a really solid 10 minutes lately now. I think you're doing really good. I recommend booking Carrie C for about 10 minutes. But Carrie C is great. I think she's fantastic. She's also, I'll explain when I talk to Erin, other shows that you guys do. But is there anything you'd like to plug? Twitter, friend you on Facebook, anything else that you're doing that you want the world to know about?
Twitter, Instagram, that's me, Carrie C. And then I'll let you plug the shows.
Erin Carr, our other special guest expert, also a very funny stand-up comic who is incredibly grown. I was around when you first started, and where you are now is a fantastic growth as a stand-up comedian in that amount of time. I recommend booking Erin Carr for a little bit longer than 10 minutes. No. I was trying to set that joke up the whole time. But Erin Carr, very funny. And also, Erin does some improv. She also used to teach improv. Do you still teach improv?
I don't, but I just, I don't teach improv.
Okay. She is involved in a lot of cool things, as well as Carrie. One thing coming up, I don't know the date, but they're doing a gender-swapped rendition, script reading play. I guess it's like a play at this point.
It is. I mean, it's a live staged reading.
Yeah.
Live action.
It's a live action stage
action.
reading.
There is action.
We don't sit down. We fucking stand.
It's October 4th.
October 4th of Caddyshack,
That's
called Lady Shack.
Right.
So all the men roles will be played by women, and all the women roles will be played by men.
Which is two roles, because it is from Caddyshack in the 80s when there were no women. And Charlie, old cock emoji, is one of the women.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Is he Chevy Chase? Take that, Chevy! Fucking got him. But a very fantastic show. They've done a few of them. They've done Wombstone. They've done The Girlies, Wayne's Girls, and there's one more I'm missing.
The Gals Lot?
The Gals Lot,
yes.
And
that was Babe Lot.
Didn't we do another one too? Or is that it?
I think that's just four. This is the fifth one.
Right. Yeah. Feels like a million.
Yeah, it's great every time. Come out. Please come out.
I'm gonna be Bill Murray, so.
I Feel the Dreams won a Rookie of the Year. A Rookie of the Year would be really good. Because there's not a lot of...
Reservoir Dogs.
Gwen doesn't want to do it. This is a constant fight.
Oh my.
It might tear our friendship apart.
Well, I see.
There's not as many characters in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, that's why it would be good, because it'd be smaller.
You don't want to deal with these other people.
Fuck those girls.
Anyways, Erin, do you have any shows you like to plug? Twitter, Instagram?
Yeah. Next Wednesday we do a speaking of cat with hard eyes, we do a show at 9 Lives Cat Cafe called Who's Laughing Meow. Carrie C is on it this month. Matt Lano Martin's our headliner, and that's 7 p.m. next Wednesday, the 26th. Part of the proceeds go to Humane Society. They're a cat's pet, and you can BYOB. So come on out and do that. Last Wednesday of every month. Except for December. We're not doing one then. And the October is actually this. Anyway, we're there mostly every month.
We all learned. something. And thank you so much, Erin. Thank you so much, Carrie. I'm Joe Bates. You can follow me on Instagram at Joe Bates Comedy, on Twitter at JoeAmerica22 until I figure out how to change my Twitter handle, which I have no idea how to do. I've stared at it way too long to have no idea how to change my Twitter handle. Yeah. Thank you so much. And again, follow, rank you very much on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. That's YouTube. We have all the episodes on YouTube. It's easier to look at all the episodes through YouTube than it is through my Facebook page. And you can also listen to World Generation Podcast, which plays my Thank you very much old episodes every Friday. And I'm also a part of a podcast called Fatal 4-Way Radio on Thursdays where we talk about wrestling. So if you like wrestling, but probably people watching this do not. But outside that, I don't really have a lot of stuff coming up. I've kind of taken a little bit easy. October 17th, Dead Comic Show at White Rabbit Cabaret. I do want to plug that show. And one special announcement. I don't know if I'm going to, but I think I'm going to start slowing down how many Thank You Very Muches come out to maybe once every other week. I've had so many guests on. It's starting to be weird getting guests.
Like, that's why we're here, because he could literally get no one else.
No, that's not. Oh, Carrie. Well, no, what happened is I made that Facebook post last time, and people requested me to be on the show, and Carrie was the only one that offered. Nobody else.
It was about chips. How could you not want to be on a show that
ranked best potato chips? I love chips. But I think it's time for me to start slowing it down and start focusing on trying to make this more of a live show with production value at a White Rabbit or something like that. So I'm putting that together. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. This is episode 78 or 79. So much has gone into this for so little. Outside being the best local indie podcast. We beat out Tyson Reviews a Beer.
Major upset.
Yeah, but thank you so much for watching, guys. That's Thank You Very Much. I'm your host, Joe Bates. Best emoji. Eye roll. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Good night, everybody. Oh my gosh. I'm so old.